Vampires have been the stuff of movies, TV shows, and novels, but the authors of the book Something in the Blood say differently. The authors join me right now. Welcome to 6:30 p.m.
Thank you. How are you?
Now, tell us about this. I mean, there's a lot of skepticism that's going on. You know, a lot of folks, when we, as the crew and as the talent of the show, heard about it, we were skeptics. But you say that vampires do exist.
Vampires, specifically people who drink human blood. They're not going to live forever. Nobody's going to turn into a bat. Nobody's afraid of garlic or the sun. But there are people who do drink human blood, and Jeff and I went around the country, interviewed quite a few of them. Why? Why do they? Why do they drink? Yes. Different reasons. Some of them say that it helps them remember past lives. Some of them say that it physically makes them feel better. Bonding rituals. Right. Sexually bonding people. A lot of it is sexual. Blood fetish type of people. Is there like I don't know, religious, satanic, I mean, undertow to this? I mean, what? Some of it, but most of the people who are isolated, they don't belong to any groups, and they don't claim to have any particular religion of any kind. That's. Now, you have been a victim of a vampire, right? Yes. Okay. Some 5-6 years ago, I met a man, and I was in his band, and basically he was very controlling. He was like Manson. Brainwashed all of us, basically. I had free will, you know. I've never been a gullible person, but he was very controlling by making every suggestion that he had sound extremely intelligent. And he was very intelligent. And he controlled me and a lot of other young kids at the time, you know. And he's probably still at it. And he drank my blood on 2 different occasions that I wasn't even aware that he was going to do such a thing to me. And most of the time, though, with the people that are in the book that are blood drinkers, they have willing donors. Their husbands, their wives, whatever, their girlfriends or whatever they're willing donors. But in my case, I wasn't, you know, I wasn't consenting. Okay, all right. Now, you said that he drank your blood. Was it just like we've heard in the books with the teeth and the, I mean, well, he didn't have fangs. Okay. And my fangs came later. I have. I was noticing that, and I didn't know if we wanted to bring notice to that. But you do have canines, don't you? Yes. Dentist maid. I was in 2 different bands that were working off of a vampire theme. And that came later after I got in touch with a lot of other people that are in the theatrics end of it. But I'm not in any way a blood drinker, nor have I ever been. Traditionally we see it in the movies. It's a thrust into the throat, a biting into the throat. Is that what normally goes on in this process? Not at all. The blood drinkers will usually use a razor blade or a scalpel. There are sacrificial knives that you can buy, and it's very much, Christine's case is a little bit of an oddity because it's very much consensual, and donors are screened very carefully, often more carefully than people screen sexual partners. And of course with Christine's case, it happened without her prior consent. So is this prevalent? I mean, what about here in Indianapolis? What about here in Indiana? I don't know about Indiana. Gosh, I got probably 5 penpals here in Indiana that are into either just fans of such things, or there are a few blood drinkers around. And I've got 91 penpals altogether, and I'm looking really to write to more victims that have experienced the same sort of things that I had. So what rituals go along with this? Okay, the blood drinking, but what else is tied into it? Anything else? Different for everyone. Some people are members of the Church of Satan. Some people are Christians. Vlad, one of the other people we interviewed in the book, drank his wife's blood every Thursday night. They have since been divorced. And now that he doesn't have a monogamous partner, he doesn't drink blood anymore, just because of the threat of AIDS. Is there a particular group of individuals that does it? Is it across the board as far as society goes? Any particular demographic? Or? Nope. We found people with money. We found people who are lower class. About the only constant we did find was that 97% of the people were white. And the only explanation we found for that is, you know, people think of Dracula, they think of the traditional pale Romanian, and
Do you check same blood types or anything like that? I mean, I guess it wouldn't matter, but...
no specific blood type. There is a woman in El Paso who says that different types of blood do taste different.
Like type O tastes sweeter or something?
Well, she says that American Indian blood tastes the spiciest, that Asian blood is behind that, and that everyone else is kind of behind those two.
Well, we're almost out of time. The book is available. It's called Something in the Blood, and it's available where?
It's in stores all over. We're having a signing at 7:30 this evening.
Okay.
At the Borders on Castleton Corner.
Okay.
But it's in bookstores all over the country.
Great. Well, thank you both for coming by.
Thank you.
Very interesting. Well, Fire Safety Month is just around the corner. We have details next on 6:30 p.m.